Be sure to subscribe for more content.
What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome to the BigBC Finance Channel. I hope you're having a very lovely day today. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about Terra Classic USD, or USTC for short, what has happened to it recently and where I predict the price to go to in the near future, as well as some key price levels I'm looking out for. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. And of course, if you appreciate the daily analysis on this channel, then be sure to hit the subscribe button. So looking at USTC, I see something very juicy but cooking up here, and I do think there's going to be a major price move very soon, and I'll explain why when these annotations come back on the screen. And what we see here is this long-term triangle that we are forming on USTC. So let me just explain a bit about why I think this triangle is particularly special. So of course, when it comes to making these kind of chart patterns, basically there's two things that can make it stronger: the amount of time that the triangle has spent forming. So in this case, we've had this triangle starting to form since the 16th of October. So that's nearly 2 weeks of formation in this triangle. And the second thing that can make a triangle stronger is the amount of tests of the support and the resistance. Now, of course, if we just count how many tests we have here of this kind of resistance that we have. So we got one test in this region here. We got one test here. We got a test here that we can count at 3. It went a little bit above, but it came back down quite quickly. So that there is a good test. So number 4 in this region, we have number 5, and now we have number 6. Number 6 there. And 6 tests of a resistance tells me that this is an ultra reliable resistance. So if it is broken, then we should see some mega price action. Now, again with the support, let's have a look at the support and how many times that's been tested. So we got once there, once shortly after in this region here. We've got once here, we've got 2 in this kind of area here, and we've got, well, actually more than 2. We've got literally 3. So this one here on the left, we've got 1 here, we've got 1 here, we've got 2 in this region here. So we're sitting on 7 already, and basically we've had our last test of the support just a few hours ago. So we've literally got 8 tests of the support line. So again, what does this tell us? An extremely strong support here on USTC. So what is going to happen when both of these lines come together? Well, one of them has to be broken, doesn't it? One of these lines has to be broken. The price can't keep staying between these lines forever because there's a corner here, and the price either has to make its mind up and go in the upwards direction or downwards in this downwards direction. So what is it going to do? Well, we can measure that, and let me just get rid of these annotations first. We can measure that, and the price target for a triangle is the first test of support and resistance. So the first test of the support was down here, the first test of the resistance was up here, and the distance therefore becomes this distance here that we can just drag anywhere. And of course, wherever we break out in the triangle, this would make our price target. So if we break out to the upside, for example, within the next few hours on USTC, we should see 4.8 cents, and that represents a nice jump in price of 24% there. But of course, both scenarios could happen. So it doesn't have, so instead of going above this resistance, if we fall below the support, then we could see an ultimate price target down below of 2.7 cents here on USTC. So of course, that's a massive price target down, and that would represent around a 25% drop as well. So, you know, some huge price targets, either 24% up to 4.8 cents or a 25% drop down to 2.7 cents down there. And of course, needless to say, last time we saw a triangle here on USTC, we did break below it, and we did see this price move take us down from around 4.6 cents all the way to a low here of 3.3 cents, which represented a 28% drop. So that was the last time, following the last time a triangle was formed here on USTC. And of course, this is why I'm paying close attention to this triangle formation. It's very exciting for me. And the other thing as well is, of course, we've seen pumps throughout most of crypto. Now we've seen this massive pump here on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin saw a rally from its low there of just a few days ago to its high of around 9%. And of course, if we have a look on Ethereum as well, Ethereum saw something similar, but even more so, managed to pump 18% from just a few days ago to its ultimate high there. So, you know, most of crypto is pumping right now. And of course, whatever Bitcoin and Ethereum do typically tends to be reflected throughout most of crypto. So for example, if I show you Dogecoin has gone on a massive pump there. Solana, again, a massive pump over the past few days. So, you know, The bias is that most cryptos are pumping, and yet we've not seen anything here on USTC as such. So I'm very interested to see what happened. So I do think there's a bias here for USTC to see a similar pump. And of course, at the moment, we're very flat in this area. So something could be building up. And of course, if we do break to the upside of this triangle, then we could see that glorious pump that we've seen across the rest of crypto on USTC as well, for that ultimate price target that I believe it will hit at 4.8 cents. So this is what I'm keeping my eye on right now. Very exciting stuff on USTC. Of course, it can go both ways to the downside as well. But if we do break above this triangle, that's been forming now for nearly 2 weeks with super reliable resistance and a super reliable support, then we could definitely see that price move to 4.8. Of course, just to finish it off as well, to see this breakout, we want to see a massive increase in volume. So I have this volume indicator down here. We want to see the volume do something like this as the price starts to break out of the triangle like this. And of course, we also want to see lots of momentum. So we want to see large candles, large green candles in the upwards direction. You know, we don't want to see the price do something like this, because then that would invalidate this triangle, since there isn't new buyers to push the momentum higher. So we want to see a clean breakout of this triangle with a lot of upwards momentum and a lot of volume as well to confirm everything. And obviously, just to give you a deadline as well as to when a decision has to be made from this triangle, it would be in around 2 days time. So in 2 days time, the price will have to make its mind up whether it's going to go past this resistance or below the support here. Of course, it doesn't have to take 2 days. It could literally happen within the next hour. You could be watching this video and it's already happened. If it hasn't happened yet, then the deadline should be in 2 days time from making and publishing this video. So that's what I have to say here. I'm really looking out for USTC. Of course, I'll update my trading view if I do make any trades in USTC, so do be sure to follow me on there. The link is in the description below. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I have to say in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.